All right. Welcome back to yet another episode in Tableau Tarzan. In this one, I'm going to show you guys from start to finish how to do the Starbucks coffee analysis. Well, now look at this amazingly looking dashboard. The way this works is you select your beverage. Let's say I've chosen Frappuccino blended cream, and in that you select this is your select beverage category. This is your select beverage. Now you let's say I am interested in strawberries and cream. I choose strawberries and cream, and this shows me that what are the total values of all of this. The total carbohydrates for all of this is this much, and this is where you see. Uh, Now this strawberries with cream, you have different preps, right? You have beverage prep, whole milk, soy milk, and all. Now let's say I want just tall non-fat milk, right? So then this showed me the tall non-fat strawberry cream is 140 has 140 carbohydrates, 3 proteins, 39 cholesterol, 170 calories, zero point 0.1 total fat, 38 sugar, 0.02% iron, and 0.1% calcium, 0.06% of vitamin. So that is how this is. Now we're going to see how this works. How is it that we are having that whenever you click any particular beverage, you automatically have this thing showing up. You have the picture changing, these values changing, right? If you want to say smoothies, you click on smoothies, and banana chocolate smoothie. I say within that I want the grande non-fat. I can see all of this here. So do we do this? All right, so let me show you how first the data looks like, right? Because without the data, we'll not really know what's going on, where it's going on. So let me show you the data. That is how we will start first. Now you see that this is how your data looks like. First, you have your beverage category, then you have your beverage, which is like within the beverage category, what beverage it is. Then you have beverage prep, that is within the beverage which prep you want. You want short, tall, or grand, or that sort of thing. And then you have all the other metrics here. What is the calories? What is the total fat? What is the trans fat? And all of that. Right. So now we have got this. It's a very simple data, and within that, with this data, we are going to create that amazing looking presentation. So let's start. I don't want to change anything here. The whole thing about the visualization things are that you don't want to do any mess ups with the original data. Now, since it's a CSV file, I'll say text, and I'm going to where all those data is. I have it in yes, and let me use this. I think it's the same thing as that. All right, let me open this. Okay, so this is how it is. This is how it looks like. Everything looks fine. There doesn't seem to be any issue anywhere, so all is good. And here I want to see whether it's capturing it correctly. So here these three are supposed to be strings, so they are string. All of the others are supposed to be new numbers. So let's see whether it's all numbers. No, there's this one. This one is not number. So let's see what is the issue. I think at some places it must be blank, right? It must be blank, which is why it is like this. So I'm just going to force it to. I remember. I think. Let's see the data once again, right? Let's see that for caffeine. Which one was this? Caffeine. Yeah, caffeine. How do the data look like? So this is very important whenever we start off because it's important to vet the data. So it says varies. So whenever it says varies, I do not want it to be there. I want it to be null, right? And then I will do uh, something to make it sure that it varies. So if I force this to be number whole, so then what happens is that anything that is not a number, that is a string, it will show that it's not a number, or it will show it as null, which is what we want. right? So that's what will happen here. I'm going to sheet one. Now I've got all the data that I want. Caffeine is still in here while it should have been. Okay, so I it's in measure names. Now I have to convert it into. I'll have to convert it to measure first. Yeah, caffeine injuries here. All right. So now let's start. Let's start with the pictures. Now the pictures, I have to tell you that I have downloaded it all from the website. So from I went to their website, I typed each of these uh, beverages, and then whichever website, like some of it are from Starbucks India, some of it are from the starbucks.com, right, which is the USA one. So from there I've taken these taken snapshots and I've stored it here. So these are not pre-given, this is not part of the data. I downloaded this. All right, so with that, let's do the beverage first. So if I have to, now I know that it's part of beverage. So all of these are beverages, right? Now I want to give them all a picture, correct? So then I'll click on shape. Now this, and within this, I'll give beverage goes into shape. All right, till the here it's fine, but these are not the shapes that we want. What shapes do we want? We want the shapes that we have put in. So let me see. If I click on shape, I get all this. Default is this, and then there's filled, then there is arrows, there's bars, there is I have downloaded and put flags, right? There's ratings. Now I want the Starbucks shapes. So what I do is there in the original place where you had downloaded Tableau, right? You'll have in documents a Tableau repository, a folder would be created. Within that, you'll have a folder called shapes, right? So here in this, you store the shapes that I had downloaded, the folder you saw, right, which I had downloaded and kept. That folder I put it here, okay, and this is how it look like. So all the folder, everything from there, I have put it here, and that's it. Once you do that, it should show here. If it doesn't show here, all you have to do is close it and open it again. It will show, right? So now I've got Starbucks shapes, and I'll say assign palette. This the shape assignment has more items than the shape palette. Do you want to continue? Yes. So it's saying that there are more items than the shape palette. Now this shape palette has, let's say, how many? I think it has. Let me just open it and see. It has 32 items, but I think the number of beverages are much more than 32. So the number of beverages are 33. So I'm one short. So that is what the warning message was, that hey, the number of pictures that you have given are not matching the number of beverages. So then what it'll do, it'll just randomly assign it. Um, as like one of them will have double. Let's see, like for example, espresso and hot chocolate, they seem to have the same thing. So now how do we now these are not mapped correctly. Fine, these are not mapped correctly. So what do I do? I need to go. Now this is a very hard time taking process, but it's just a one time process. So you'll just have to bear with it. So banana chocolate smoothie. I know that this is my banana chocolate smoothie. So once I click this, it gets changed. Brewed coffee, I know that this is my brewed coffee. Cafe Americano, I know that this is my Cafe Americano. Cafe Latte, this is more of this. Mocha is without, it says without whipped cream, so I'll think it's this. Cappuccino, this. So like that, I keep going for every one, each and every, what's it called? Drink, I need to make sure that I do this right, and I'll have to give. Now you may say that hey, this is very small. How are you seeing it? Yes, it is small, and I am finding it difficult to see. There's nothing I can do about it. uh, so caramel macchiato, I think that's this. Coffee looks correct. Espresso will be the one at the top. That's here. Hot chocolate should be, which one looks like hot chocolate? I think it's this one, right? So ice brewed coffee. So it's like you understand the point. let me see, strawberries and cream will be, where is, this is strawberries. Yeah, I think some of them it has taken the name from the um, from where it is this is white chocolate, and Tazo tea, green one is this one, then this one also is this, red tea is I think it's this. No, it has to be one of this, right? And this is also this strawberry banana smoothie. Again, I think it's this within banana, so I'll put it here. So that's so wait, vanilla latte also. I think that'll be this, right? So I'll go with this so far. Apply. Okay. So now this is done. All right, this is done, and I'll say entire view. It'll look a bit bad at the moment, but later on it'll be fine. And I'll see as beverage shapes. All right. Next, what am I doing here? So now I want the beverage category. I've got beverage category. Now this is going to be the select option. So where it selects what beverage category do you want. And I want to make this entire view, right? So that it's there, and I will also put beverage category in text. So now I have this, I have it like this, right? Because otherwise it shows me in ABC format, and I don't want ABC. I want it like this, and but I don't want this and this, right? So I will hide this thing. Okay, that's good. I also want to hide show header. Yeah, so now it's just this, right? It's just these names. And what will I say? I'll say beverage category. All right, so now I've got beverage category. So then what I want within I then want the beverage and the beverage prep. But I don't want it like this. I want it like this. Yeah, this is exactly how I wanted it. Cool. So now that I've got this, um, again, I wanted, yeah, this is fine. So how do I get rid of this ABC? Let me see if I can put beverage prep here. And this gives me this. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. And if I remove this, that becomes, yeah, sure. No, this doesn't help me. I still want this, but I will hide it. I'll say show header. Yeah, so now this gives me this. Fair enough, right? It's not so bad. And this also goes into entire view. Right now it looks a bit bad, but it'll be fine a bit later. I'll show you. And this is beverage prep. All right. So then what? Then I had the all of those uh, the caffeine, the calcium, all of that. Correct. So let's start with the main one, which is the calories. Because everyone wants to know the calories. And instead of a bar, I want a number. Yeah, so this is fine. This number, and I'll say entire view, and the number I think I would like it a bit bigger. So since this is in this, let's see if I can. Does this? Oh, no, that much is not required. This should be fine. No, this also is a bit. Let me do it like this. Let me give it the same. Yeah. So here, if I change it to 20, fine. This is okay. This is okay. And this is my calories. And what's next? I will, yeah, let me so here this, let me say this is my protein, because everyone wants to know the protein. Now doing this all the time, right? I'm going to text, and I'm saying I'm selecting this 20. It's a bit time taking process, isn't it? Like we have to do it all the time for everything. That's just not enjoyable to anyone. So what's a hack? Well, I can duplicate this. So if I duplicate this, every the format is all the same, and all I need to change is, let's say, cholesterol. I'm putting cholesterol here now, right? Cholesterol. So it reduced my work by some like 3 4 steps, isn't it? Like I didn't have to change the font. Right? Sugars. Everyone is interested to know how much sugars their drinks consume. So sugars. We had 9 such things, right? So then let's say carbohydrates, and I'll say carbs because we'll need to fit it as well. Duplicate. Then I'll call this total fat. We want to know the fat. So how much is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, for now let's just for the sake of the time let me just put 6. Now, was there anything I'm missing? Yes, I am missing one very important thing, which is the calorie index. I wanted to see that the beverage that we are choosing, which calorie does it come under. So I'll put beverage, and I'll put beverage prep as well. Yeah, so now I've got it like this. I've got it like this, and I do not want. I will. I wanted it like this. However, I don't want it uh, per beverage, right? I want it to be the should be irrespective. So let me put beverage prep front, right? Then I'll get like this. But I don't even want it like this. I don't want it even such that it is divided by beverage prep and stuff. I still want it as one single thing, beverage prep and beverage in one thing. So however, how will I do that? Right, because as you saw here, it has to be part of one thing. I didn't want it to be part of separate things. So how do I go about that? How do I see both of them together? So for that, I need to create a calculated field, and I'll say beverage. I'll just say a combo here, and I'll say beverage plus beverage prep. Okay, and I'll say okay, and this beverage combo I'm going to put here. Now this combo is what I'll put at the start, and the this thing is going to be, yeah, so it's going to be based on beverage combo, or the sorting is going to be based on beverage combo. So once it's based on beverage combo, I'm going to do show header. So now it's hidden. Now the show header is hidden. So all of this is there. These lines and all we will be able to remove it later. So that is not an issue. So wonderful. So this is my bar chart, calorie bar chart. All right. So now that these are all done, let's bring them all together. And I will always prefer that within fixed size, within desktop browser, I will go for the generic desktop, right? Because it's a bit wider. Then, how do I start? I will start with, um, let's start with the top. I want in the top, it's going to be, it's just going to be a title. And the title is going to be a bit large because I want to fit in this as well. What's this called? The image as well, right? So let me bring in the image. So one thing with images, like it'll just not come uh, beside the title. Anyway, so insert image, choose, and where is this? Yeah, so here this is open, and okay. So I've got this, but this is way too big. So what do I say? Fit image. Yeah, there you go. But I want it at the side. All right, I want it at the side and not on the top. So this, but if I'm trying to put this here, it is just not going. So then what's the alternative way? I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove the title. Yeah, it's like, no, I do not want the title. What is this then? I do not want the title. This is fine. And here I'll put a text thing over here instead. Oh, I cannot put text beside as well, isn't it? Yeah, so this is also going to be an issue. So what will I do instead? I'm going to put a horizontal container first. I'm going to put a horizontal container first. And within the horizontal container, I'm first putting this. And then I'm putting text. So this is within the horizontal container. And here I'll say Starbucks dashboard. And I'll call this by Tableau Tarzan. Okay, and I'm making this as 20. Let's size it. This goes up, this goes here, and maybe I'll bold this. Maybe I'll make it a bit more. We'll do the beautification a bit later, right? So for now, this is how it looks. All right. So first things that is done. Next, let me get the what was the second thing I wanted to put. Yes, I wanted to put the, let me put directly the bar chart. Yeah, the bar chart is here. Wonderful. Calorie bar chart. Great. Then what is it I want? I wanted the beverage. The beverage goes here. Cool. Beverage prep goes below this. Cool. And what I needed this is here. Yeah, that's fine. This even this it'll all come together in a bit. Do not worry. Do not worry. It'll all come together in a bit. Okay. And then am I missing something? Yes, I'm missing these. I'm missing the calorie and protein and cholesterol and sugars and carbs and fat. Wonderful. Everything is here. Now the beautification. So first things first, I'll say that here select beverage category, right? Instead of select beverage category. And I'll make this italic. This will be 9. Select beverage category. So if I click a beverage category, it should filter for all the other things, right? So what I'll do is I click on this filter. Yeah. So now it has filtered for everything. For everything has filtered. And this, I will say that this has to be fit entire view, right? So that way, this way, I have it all. Whether I select this or this, it is going to have it in the entire thing, right? So now that this is done, now even then I have multiple shapes, right? I still have multiple shapes. So what do I want to do? I want only a particular. So for example, if I say caramel, I should have only caramel over here, right? Yeah, I should have only caramel here. So let's see if this works. Yeah, now this is working, but I don't want caramel, this filter, to filter this beverage category, and I don't want it to filter the calorie bar chart as well. So how do I do that? How do I make that happen? So I go to dashboard, or I'll first click this, right? And then I'll go to dashboard. I'll say um, actions. Yeah, so filter 2. Filter 1 was, let's see all of these filters. So let's see, edit. So filter 1 is running on when beverage category. So I'll type it as beverage category, right? So that it knows beverage category, uh, filter beverage category. Wonderful. Okay. So, but filter 2, I want it to what? It should not filter beverage category. It should also not filter the calorie bar chart. Everything else it filters, it is good, right? So that is this, and I'll say okay, oh yeah, and I'll say what is this? This is a filter beverage prep, right? Okay, so let's see if this is working. If I say caramel, what's it? What is it doing? Yeah, it's doing this. And if I say coffee, yeah, Java the chip, yes. So this is, and it's not changing this. It's not changing this. Okay, wonderful. So then what? Now beautification. Let's remove this Java chip, or maybe we can even keep it. There's not an issue. I will transpose this Java thing looks good. I will remove this, and I will say I will also hide the title so that it becomes bigger. And this is the entire view, but still I think I can increase the size a bit better, right? Yeah. So then now if I go to the dashboard, it's a bit larger. Cool. That is good. Then beverage prep, calories, cholesterol, protein, all of this looks fine. Yeah. So now what about the color? I wanted that if I click Java chip, I should have all of only the Java chip highlighted over here, right? So then what do I need to do? I need to figure a way out. The way I'm going to figure it out is I'm going to use this um, beverage category. No, I'm going to use beverage prep. Beverage prep will be in the set. So what happens is, actually, you have seen it in the other video. You would have seen it in the other video on how we have done the beverage prep. I will stop this video for now, right? And I hope that in the other video you would have an insight on how we have taken this, right? And we'll do the beautification and everything else in the second part of this video. And right now you're seeing the main structure of this is created. The main structure is created. Everything looks fine, and it's good to go, right? So that's about it for this video. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again next time.